minutes, but my messenger showed up. Where are you, baby? Where are you, my beautiful? I looked outside and I saw him flying the osprey. He sneaks up on me all the time. Hello, there's a black phoebe flycatcher right there. The black phoebe takes care of all the little annoyances. What a beautiful day in Canyon Lake. The rain has passed, everything, all the lake is up. Look how high the water is up on the docks. And we've untarped everything that was covered. I just said to my landlord, I think I should go down and untarp my little trailer because if any water has gotten in there, it probably needs to get dried out. And I said that. He says, maybe this is a day to let things dry out. And I said, yeah, I think it is. You know what? All the emotion that poured down, you think about what's happening in your physical life. When it's downpour, there's a lot of emotional energy. There's only just little tiny clouds in the sky. That one looks like a stingray. Stingray message. That's going to be our totem for right now. I was about to do a reading with you guys, and as I said, I don't know where you went right now. He just came to show himself to me. Isn't it interesting? He just shows up, just briefly. He might come again while we're doing our reading. But it was the osprey. And the osprey, again, talks about important information that's pending. And while this important information is pending, pay attention. Stay on the alert. Something's coming. On the alert. My mom used to say something about staying alert. And my brother, when he was little, he would say, what's alert? So stay on the alert and see what it is, because when this opportunity shows up in front of you, you're going to have to be able to dive on it. And if you've got your hands full of something else, you're going to not be able to grab it, right? So today it was kind of like as I was doing things, I had a bunch of things going all at once. I got a couple, the trunks for my trailer, and decided some of them are going to stay in my house. They gave me this blanket, this U-Haul blanket, and I thought I want to use it. It's good, but I want it clean. Everything I have in my house, I want to be, have it. I either sage my house if I bring something in, or the item I wash and clean if it's able to be done. So, and then I went around and I was looking, and all my little solar lights, they need to be set in the sun, so they're all up there. I took the plastic tarps down that were all over everything. Water got into this, so I have to get a cloth actually and go over that with oil because I don't want the wood to be ruined. It's out here on the patio, but it's an antique chair. I like this chair. I don't want it ruined. So actually, while I'm speaking to you, I'll just take the water off of it really quick, and then we'll go do the reading. I don't want that sitting on there, ruining it. So I was going, as I said, I was going to sit down and do this organized, but the osprey showed up, and I wanted you guys to see. Moving quick over the emotional waters. You can move quick over the emotional waters when they're calm, but the wind's kind of coming up right now, right? There's been a lot of emotion pouring down with that rain. That's what I started to say. That also is an example of a heavy emotion that's within us. And it all comes down. That's the falling tower. And now the wind comes out, right? To lift it all up, dry it all out, and get things moving. So what I did was I came inside here. We'll start like this. Here's the deck that we were going to be working with. It is Colette Baron Reed's The Spirit of the Animal Oracle. And as you can see, one of the projects I did was I stained this teak folding screen, and it took me hours and hours and hours. I did it till late last night and took all the stuff down and put everything back, and so everything's really super clean. I restained all these trunks, and I think I want to do that chair. So what I was going to do was I'm going to give you guys the items to choose from here, and this is how you're going to do it. You're going to choose the cards. You can choose it by number. I'll have to get another. Hold on a second. I have to get it by number. We need one more. Correct for neutrality on all levels. What is the message that you want? Look at my nails. I need my nails done. There's so many things that I need done. One more message, please. Correct for neutrality. One more message. The first message came out and was confirmation already to me. I already got it this morning for myself. And the same with, I think it was the second one. I'm not sure. I can't remember now. But I mixed them all up anyway because I like to surprise myself. This one. Okay, so we're not going to look at it. I'm not looking at it either. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to choose, there's 4 cards for the 4 different elements, okay? You can choose this way. But then we're going to do it a different way as well. So you have many options, many ways to choose. One is going to be the man in the moon. See his face? He's a little surprised with what he's hearing. I also see there's two within one. Do you see that? Do you see the one that's literally part of the right eye? The other face right there? Two faces within that same moon. I understand that. So that will be... Who will that be? Water element. Okay. Boys. I got boy dogs. No, I don't. I have boy cats. Isn't that interesting? I've got boy dogs. I had a boy dog named Max. It's interesting that I've got boy dogs. Maybe I'm going to have a boy dogs. And then you've got Hathor. Hathor is another, there's so many messages in Hathor. She's the cow goddess, and she's also connected to Sekhmet, and she's connected to, God, there's so many messages I get from this. When I got this, what I saw were two angels right here. And together they had their hands joined, and they were basically bowing in prayer before the Father. That's what I saw. See the wings and the divine masculine? But it is Hathor. And these are her arms, and these are her tools on the sides. She is also the goddess of destruction. People know that goddess is Kali. So when we aren't happy with something the way it is, we'll say it. I hate this job. I can't stand this. I wish this would happen. I want this to change. I'm not and when we do things like that, we often just say things like that and we let it go out into the universe and we manifest that. So Kali says, you've asked for something and it's on its way, or it's in motion already. And you need to learn how to dance with the goddess of destruction. You can't fight it. And then the last one, I noticed, I think we're going to do a group. We're going to do this entire grouping. I set these last night, or yesterday. I think I was doing them. I was just organizing because I stained a little spot on this desk and I moved things around. And I put the boots, I was going to say the sleepy Buddha, the peaceful Buddha over in the corner. And like moved my plants over there, right? So I looked at this as I was looking at my picture and I thought, funny how I put this together. Selenite, which is this is desert rose, which is also selenite, a type of selenite, right? And selenite is a self-charging crystal, and it also clears and charges all other crystals. This is my pendulum that I use for yes or no answers, and it's made of aventurine. If any of these things that I'm saying to you, any of these crystals that I'm saying to you stand out, look them up. There's a message in it for you. And then what I have here is a very small Shiva Lingam. This is the soulmate stone. It's both in one. Two halves in one. You can see one's lighter, one's darker. I like this one because it's like even the darker half isn't completely dark, right? There's light through it, all the way through the center and all the way, it's almost like a spiral. And I've set this on here, and this stone is lapis lazuli, which is the stone of truth. It's also my spiritual twin soul's crystal. So I put it down and I put them all together like that, and I said, isn't that funny how I have what I've asked for? I've asked for constant clearing and shielding, protection of the lapis lazuli, the truth, the communication stone, and the soulmates together. They're completely surrounded in truth and light. They're completely clearing, constantly charging. They still have a spirit of adventure. So this is going to be the last element. So the boys, we'll make the boys be air element. We'll make Hathor be fire element. And interesting that I chose, this is earth element. Please try to remember. Now, what have you chosen or in which order have you chosen? Okay. Remember what they are. The man in the moon and the female counterpart, which is leaning right in. Right there. Maybe this is because you have pets. Maybe this is because you love the ancient Egyptian pyramids, or the wisdom, beautiful, amazing people, and the history that's there. Maybe you love the desert. Maybe you love the truth. Maybe you need to be cleared. Maybe you need to be shielded. Maybe you have a spirit of adventure. I choose that for number 1. I choose that for number 2. So this is 1 for me. This is 2 for me. 3, 4. I wanted to show you also over here while you're making your decision, my trunk that I bought. This is the one that I bought. I bought it before I saw it. I mean, I saw pictures of it, but I hadn't actually seen it in person, and I chose this one, which is a loud message. Because Spirit said to me, you've worked very, very hard. You've been doing your work. You've done a lot of your work. Your ships are coming in. And look at the ships on this. Look how many there are. 1, 2, 3. One in the background, 4. 4 angels all around you, completely guiding, protecting, and loving you. There's no reason for fear. And then up above here, you're looking again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Significant changes occurring in your life. Always for the better. It's a good idea to call upon Spirit for help with these changes. This is so beautiful that I don't want to put anything on it. Like, I was trying to decide, where can I put this? This is the land. So I put the plant like just on the edge because I don't want to cover it up. It's just incredible. I wanted a trunk and I missed it. It sold before I could get it, and I wanted one for my little trailer, and I put that intention out there. This is what I asked for, and I got it. But I got something even better, because the trunk that I was going to buy was $150, which I would have paid. Not a problem. I'm sorry, that was blurry. And in the end, I got this for $50. Let's add this up. This table, I absolutely love. My Auntie Elaine always had a table like that. It matches my tiger oak dresser. I got that for $40. That was $30. And that was $40. So what did I pay for everything? I can't add. 50, so that's 90, 100, 110, 120, 130, 140, 150, 160, $160. $10 more, I got all of that. So it's just another message that when we ask for something and we intend on, this is our intention, this is what I want, we have something in mind, but Spirit knows what we want, and they give us something better. That's just another message. Okay, I'm hoping I gotta go up here so I can look behind this camera to see if you guys can see. Yes, you can. The messages here. I'm super thirsty right now, so I'm gonna have to get a drink. Move my things out of the way. Okay, so my landlord and I were talking about balance today. We were going so gung-ho in the trailer, and it got really overwhelming, and it was getting to the point where it wasn't any fun. And it's supposed to be fun, and so we realized that we needed to strike a balance, right? And even though it's a sunny day, and we were both thinking, oh, we'll get right back at it, we both have other things to do. Like, I have my work, which is you guys. I have work to do. This page, and my work is my spiritual path. So it's important that I am constant. I don't get off my path and get distracted. That's why Black Phoebe Flycatcher came up. I'm going to have to remember right now as well. What is it that I said I saw out in the clouds? Stingray, right? Okay. We've gone through the darkest of days. I never let you go. You never let me down. It's been a hell of a ride on the edge of the night. I never let you go. You never let me down. Don't you give up on me. I won't give up on you. That was a message that I was getting this morning. Okay, let me get a drink real quick. Don't you give up. I won't give up. Let me love you. Okay. So the stingray is the first one we're going to speak about, because we all know the osprey. I've given the message a million times. I don't need to give that one again, right? Important information that's pending. Stay on the alert. Okay, but stingray is saying, it's interesting because the husky, I'm thinking about the dogs, right? Dog is best friend, loyalty, love, and protection. I have dog boys. So that's what it's telling me. I have a friend. That's what it's telling me. It's telling me about specific friends that are loyal, that are friends, that are protective. That's a good thing, good message to get. So the husky is it looks like a wolf, which is definitely my totem with my twin, and it's a silver wolf, and we both have blue eyes. So the husky. So the stingray, just like the husky, it symbolizes maneuverability. It talks about when you think about a stingray, or even well, we'll just speak about the stingray. If the stingray is provoked, then it reminds you that you only need to be aggressive when you're threatened or when you're provoked. But you need to protect yourself and avoid the conflicts. That's what it is. It's about being prepared. So what I was saying was there's a lot of things going on out right now in my life, and no doubt in everybody else's life. Everybody's multitasking at this time, right? We've got Christmas coming up, and people are concerned about that, and jobs, and then just regular life. Now, when I looked up and I said the stingray, that's what I saw in the sky. The stingray says you must act now. Let your instincts guide you. So what I was meant to do is this, right? I have a list of things that I have to do, and one by one I'm checking off the list. The most important for the moment was this, because this is my spiritual work. I must stay on my spiritual path. Not to mention, I get messages to help myself during the rest of my day, just like you would, through these messages. So the fact that there's a lot of different things going on, and there's a lot of different things that need to take place, and we only have so many hours in the day, we only have so many hours of daylight, we only have two hands. We also have a spiritual team, yes, but the things that we're meant to do, we need to get organized. Things need to dry out. So maybe emotional energy needs to dry out after the storm. The sun is here. Give it a day. Oh, there you are, my beautiful osprey. It's coming back right when I say that. Give it a day. Let things dry out. There's a message in that itself. If this beauty comes a little closer, I'll take you out. I see him. So the stingray is asking you to adapt to the situation. It's not as hard as you think. So like I said, when you look at it, all of it, it's overwhelming, right? There's so many things. Oh my gosh, I've got all of this to do, but I can't do everything at once. I'm only one person, right? You know that song? I wake me up when it's all over. Like I tried to carry everything basically, but I realized I only had two hands, right? So it's kind of giving yourself a bit of a break too. And when you're told to act now, well, what do you need to act now? Well, I needed to drink some water. I needed to slow down. I needed to calm down. I needed to act on what was important for me. I know the things of importance. I have to get organized, list the things of importance in my mind, right? I know I have to go to the store to get something. I've missed it the last 2 days because it closed before I got there. That has to be done. When I finish this reading, I'm going to finish doing Merlin's Tank. Merlin's Tank has gotten cloudy, and he gasps for air. So this was completely covered in algae. It happens very, very quickly. I took it out. He's doing okay right now. I gave him some water, but his tank isn't happy. I did Panu's tank the other day. So this is where I'm going to come straight away. His filter is clogged. So think about our filters being clogged. Your filter is what is going to either protect you, it's going to pull away from you, and stop whatever it is that's in your way. It's clearing things up, right? If you don't have a carbon filter, think about your mind, think about your mouth. You've got to be careful of the things that you say, got to be careful of the things that you do. That's your filter. His filters, if his filter doesn't work right, he's not protected. He could literally die. It's also talking about shielding. I'm having a class. Gosh, I keep hitting this. I'm having a class on Wednesday night, right here. It's going to be on Facebook, and it's going to help. It's going to teach everyone in the family, kids included. It's a family night. How to shield and protect ourselves so that our filter is clean. Kids need to know this too. I'm multitasking as I'm going here. I'm going through a million different things. Now's the time to get going on the current project. Whatever your project is, get going on it. You're going to see a positive result in the next 2 to 4 months. So there's my time frame for me, right? For my little trailer, that's my time frame. I'm going to see the result. Whoever's listening, whoever this connects to this message is also going to see, because there's that little trailer represents different things to me. It doesn't just represent that trailer. That trailer represents me. It represents my twin. It represents our relationship. It represents clearing out all the old that no longer works. Getting rid of the dead wood, right? The rotted stuff. Take that away. Replace it with fresh, new, clean, strong. It's actually going to be rebuilt stronger than it was built to begin with. The appliances that were in that were too heavy are being removed so that I can afford to put heavier weight wood in there, which will make it a more stable, more solid, more lasting unit. Think about that as far as my own life. The things that I was taught as I was growing up. Things that I was taught through religion, things that I was taught through relationships, things that I was taught to believe because of past experiences have all changed now that I'm on my spiritual path. All of that's tossed out, and I realize that now I have spiritual lumber. It's very, very strong. It's very protective, and it's actually not heavy at all. So that is my project. which represents many different things. So right now, Spirit is letting us know that everything is in place. You've got the knowledge, you've got the means, you've got the tools, you've got the skills. Now we get busy on it, right? We've figured it out. We've got it laid out. We've got it organized. It's about getting prepared and going from the execution stage, the preparation stage to the execution stage. So it's about, if there is something that you are wanting or that you're wanting to, you're meant to move towards, Spirit's saying everything that you've worked for and worked towards is now open for you. It's right here now. So stop hesitating. Have faith that you've got the ability and follow the guidance that you get. We will get guidance along the way. We're going to get guidance right here. It's also telling you to stay on course and keep moving forward in the direction that you've chosen. Sometimes with the storm, you could have had a storm in your life and it makes you feel like I'm not getting anywhere. This is a very good message for me. I was kind of at a flat feeling this morning until I started. And what do I do when I get that way? I start to clean. I start organizing. That when I start cleaning things up and get organized and get rid of things that I don't need, put things away that aren't useful anymore, I am doing the same thing in my mind, energetically as well as mentally. I'm getting messages. So I have now completely revamped from where I was when I first started out this morning. And I'm being encouraged. There's my answer that I was asking. Yes, stay on course. Keep moving forward. Don't allow the distractions or any drama to get in the way to get you off your journey. I had a client that called in yesterday. It was extremely dramatic, extremely upsetting. I was very upset when I got off. And I thought, I shut my work line down and I did a whole clearing and cleansing. And I thought, no, I'm detaching from this. So what did I do to rid myself after doing that? Like asking for a cleansing, asking for a clearing. I give you all your power. I take all of my power back. I detach from this thing. Then I literally spent the next 3 hours painting and doing that screen behind me, which was really, I was tired. And I was like, why are my legs so sore? Because I was squatting and crouching. It's funny, the exercise I get when I clean. And so my body is worked out and I was tired and I slept like the dead. I've got big bags under my eyes, but that's from oversleep. It was good. So the distractions, remember I said the black phoebe that was outside. The black phoebe is a flycatcher. The fly is, there's a good message in flies, but generally you're swooshing the flies away, right? They're distractions. So that guy, and I knew that as soon as I got off, I recognized I'm not going to let him pull me off my path. That's just a drama. I don't need a drama llama in my life. I don't need that drama distraction. I remove myself from that. And then I need to reprotect my path, which is what Stingray is telling you to do. And Stingray, much like the osprey and other animal messengers, like the praying mantis, they will wait until their prey comes along, and then they pounce. They paralyze, they consume. They're experts about blending in, so it's camouflage, so it's talking to you about blending in, looking part of the scenery until you make your move, right? A lot of times people don't see them coming. And so it's talking about, and also because of the way they move in the water, it's talk about moving gracefully and fluidly through your life, through the emotional waters of your life. Don't hesitate when it's time to take action, says the osprey as well. And they're also very sensitive to energy and they're clairsentient. So very, very excellent message for me to get for myself and no doubt many of you. So now we're going to start with the first message. Haha, you came first. I love it. The Grasshopper King. Take a leap of faith. I love it. So the man in the moon who's hesitating, and look at the look on his face. He's a little surprised, right? Don't hesitate. That's your first message. The grasshopper was actually the messenger that came forward for my landlord and I when we were outside working on my trailer. There was a giant grasshopper. I hadn't seen a grasshopper for quite a while, and certainly not one that size. And so here we are, and what the message that came forward from Grasshopper at that time was the same thing. Take a leap of faith. Stay committed to your project. And even if you feel like you're balancing on one leg, because that my grasshopper only had one leg. Well, I only have one leg to, or you may think I don't even have a leg to stand on, right? But he was a lot stronger than I realized he was. Even that was the message to me. He is a lot stronger than I realized. So sometimes we're thinking somebody else in our life is, if we're connecting to them, that we get caught up in the drama of it all. But we have to realize that they are a lot stronger than we realize, and that they realize as well. So this is about being poised to move forward for something in your life. And the next level is going to be even better than you imagined. And it's also, the Grasshopper Messenger was telling us not to be worried about what it is that you can't see, because you're taking a leap towards something that you can't really see how it's all going to play out. It's about having faith in moving forward. So Spirit is telling you that you need to trust that it's the right time to go with either that idea, that relationship, that situation, whatever it is. Whatever the risks are, they're telling you to take them. And whatever it is that you need, any abundance in any form, knowledge, wisdom, finances, anything, it will be provided you. So you call upon Spirit to help. So wonderful things happen when the grasshopper shows up. You're not going to go backwards. This is definitely about moving forward. And listen to your intuition. Don't listen to your ego, because your ego says you can't. Your ego says that you're afraid. Your ego says you're not qualified. That's not true. Spirit is on your side. So that's the first message. Let me get a drink of water. Song right now, I'll do whatever it takes. And that's what Grasshopper's encouraging. I'll do whatever it takes. I love how it feels when I break the chains. I like it. I keep looking over at my deck. That was another project that I was supposed to be doing and that got put on hold. That needs to get moving again. So I had these in piles, and they're all mixed in. So we're going to ask for 3 messages. I didn't want to do a long reading. Correct for neutrality. Correct for neutrality on all levels. I changed my mind. Not this one. Not this one. I'd rather do an affirmation. I love my deck, but these are deep enough. So I'd rather do an affirmation. Let's do an I can do it. Let's do that. So many messages. You know what? These are all my little short ones. This is what we'll do. Whichever one Spirit guides my hands to. Okay. So 1, 2, 3. 3. 1, 2, 3. This one. So the message you get is from the Grace cards. For those who chose the Man in the Moon. The Grasshopper King. Maybe he's an emperor. I'm working at something I'm proud of. I'm an apostrophe. A symbol to remind you that there's more to see, more to be. Okay. Your message is awaken. Keep your eyes open. When we decide to live a more conscious life, we see signs of grace everywhere. So like I said, what did I see as a sign of grace? I saw that grasshopper, right? I saw that stingray in the sky. I saw the osprey. I'm always aware of what's going on. I keep my eyes peeled for everything that's going on. So now we go to the boys. Who chose the boys? This was water element, the first one. This is air element, this is fire element, and this is earth element, okay? Bee Spirit, this is the one that I got this morning, and so we're getting it again. Every time I see bee, what does it say? Sweet results await. So the bee is get busy and get after the honey. Look at the number, 7. You're on the right path and it will exceed your expectations. As long as you stay on your spiritually illuminated path, it will exceed your expectations. So Bee Spirit always is get busy and get after the honey, or sweet victory. So they're telling you sweet rewards are on the way, but you've got to let your ego step out, and you got to connect to your highest self. Connect to spiritual energy. It's not telling you to separate. It's telling you to come together. You think about Spirit is always doing something that's providing something good, something sweet. It's always positive for us. So that would be the honey, right? And when you connect with the hive, which is look at the sacred geometry in that. That's the united collective. When we connect with each other, there's a lot about, this is Archangel Metatron working with me right now and working with us. Woo, baby. Just saw him fly by with his beautiful, just showed me his white underbelly flying by. So when we connect with the beehive, the united consciousness, the united collective, we are in harmony with everything, right? So Spirit's asking for us to focus on being connected, not being separate. Remember that we're part of that united consciousness. There's so many of us doing the same type of work in a million different ways. So it's about moving from being a place of separateness into moving into connectedness. Maybe you've been more of a lone wolf. You've been isolating. This is taking you from a place of feeling like you're limited to understanding that you're not, that you're capable of anything. This is when we have infinite possibilities in front of us, and we have faith in ourselves and our abilities, right? We're aligning with the highest part of ourself. And when we do that, our heart is open. Our crown is open. We are open to everything that Spirit wishes to bring to us. And we allow ourselves to experience life in a beautiful way. Like I was saying about the trailer, my landlord and I, it's a beautiful sunny day. If we were down there pounding on the nails, pound, we lose the fun in it. It's got to be an experience of fun, right? It doesn't have to feel like work the whole time. It should be fun while you work. I was saying to my landlord, when you're going up and down all last summer, you know, moving the rocks back and forth and the sand back and forth, he goes, well, I had to do that. I said, yeah, but you're not even looking up at what's around you. It's so beautiful. I mean, okay, you've got to go up and down with a wheelbarrow, but while you're doing it, look around, stop, take a breath, and notice the beautiful things that are around you, right? You don't have to keep your nose to the grindstone, your head down the whole time. Industriousness is beautiful. Bees are very, very industrious, but they fly around, they go from flower to flower. They're grabbing the sweetness in life, which is what we're meant to do. This is also telling you that this bee looks like he's by himself on that honeycomb, but that honeycomb is a collection of the united consciousness. This one is not alone. This bee is supported by all of the workers. They're all working towards a common goal. We're all working towards a common goal, love, expansion, right? And there's magic that comes in so many different ways in our lives that we cease to remember when our nose is to the grindstone, or we're so steeped in our own personal misery that we forget that we are in partnership with the united consciousness, with our spiritual team. We are never alone. There's rewards for us that sometimes we don't even see, which is really a shame. So Spirit's saying that with what's going on with you right now, even if you can't see it yet, there's a good fortune on the way. There's plenty for everyone. Be sure to share that with everyone as well. Be a part of the larger whole. Be a part of bringing the sweetness in life to everyone, right? This is boys, not boy. Dog represents best friend, loyalty, love, protection, devotion. It's not singular. This for someone, right? It's a team. Which is the next two? Affirmators. Now we go to Hathor, for those who chose Hathor. Back on the memories, and the memories bring back you. I love this song. Toast to the ones that we lost on the way. The drinks bring back all the memories, and memories bring back you. There's a time that I remember that I did not know no pain. I believed in forever. Everything would stay the same. Now my heart feels like December when anyone says your name. I can't reach out to call you, but I knew I will one day. Everybody hurts sometimes, everybody. Hey, everything will be all right. Here's to the ones on the way. So make that call. Reach out and make that call. There's that person that his heart feels like December every time someone mentions that person's name. I know one day I'll reach out to call you. Well, why not make that day today? Correct for neutrality. What is your affirmation for the boys? I just heard the boys in the desert. That's interesting. Correct for neutrality. Sweet results await you. That's your main message. Impermanence. This one, this song. A time that I remember when I never felt so low. Hold on. Remember when he says, I felt like, at one time I believed, right? One time it was this way, but now he's in this cold place. This is impermanence. Look at this great wave in that paper boat. Johnny Paper. See that torrential downpour that we just had for days here? And now it's, on one side it's that, and on the other side it's the sky. Filled with blue sky with sunshine, right? And there's that little paper boat and that big great wave. When the great wave comes, oh my God, look at that rainstorm. So life is always changing. And I drift easily through these changes, good and bad. As I drift through hard times, I can take comfort in knowing that I will leave them behind. As I drift away from good times, I can take comfort in knowing that more will come my way. Impermanence is an equal opportunity non-entity. So this song was talking about, he was remembering when it was, when it was so good, and now he's in this place. This is an excellent message. It's impermanent, right? It's just a temporary situation. Look at the colors, you guys. The dominant color is yellow, divine masculine, happiness, sunshine. Growth comes from the color yellow. Yellow is always happy. Yellow is the color of your solar plexus. Self-worth, center of self-worth. Maybe there needs to be a little bit more self-love at this time. Correct for neutrality on all levels. For those who chose Hathor, Buffalo Spirit, here's the abundance we spoke about. The abundant universe will provide. The number is 10. So the buffalo, the Indians used every single part of the buffalo. They used everything. It provided warmth, it provided meat, they used it in their ceremonial tools. It provided everything. Buffalo Spirit is very, very important message. I've noticed also that these are all upright because these cards this is a reverse deck. So we're getting them all in the upright. So the message is basically letting you know that abundance is available to you. Whatever it is that you need. We've had this come out before. But as I said, the ancient Americans, well, the natives, this was their symbol of abundance. Remember, there used to be many all across the land, and what they were provided for, as I said, was their meat, their bones, their hide, everything. They used everything. They didn't let anything go to waste. They were sacred. They recognized what they were to them, right? They didn't just plunder them. Every bit of them. They appreciated what they were for them. They kept them warm, right? So with you, Spirit says there are gifts available to you as well. And Spirit, it's the spirit of the great buffalo, is coming forward to let you know this is a time for you. It's a very powerful time that you're able to manifest what it is that you're desiring. And it's not by shoving and pushing and having a temper tantrum and manipulating and deceiving. It's by naturally allowing the path to come up to rise beneath your feet. So it's like walking forward steadily on your path. Remember the number 7. Keep on your path, your spiritual illuminated path. It will exceed your expectations. This is about trusting that there's plenty to go around, which was already brought about with the bee, right? There's plenty to go around. Make sure to give. Whether that's money, love, ideas, whatever it is, it's here for all of us. There's enough of all of it for all of us. We just have to align ourselves with that. And that way we do that is by doing what the Indians did, what the Americans did with the buffalo. Being grateful for everything in their way. As I said to my landlord, don't just go up and down feeling like this is drudgery. You're taking the sand down to fill the beach on the sand, taking the rocks down to do. Don't be thinking of that as, God, it's breaking my back, it's hot. Stop and look at what's around and recognize the beauty of what you have and be grateful for what's there and that you have this beautiful property, right? When we have an attitude of gratitude, when you're sad, start thinking about all the things that you're grateful for. Start freaking listing them off, even if you're not feeling grateful at that moment. Attitude of gratitude is what manifests. So it tells you at this time, the things that you have been intending, the things that you've wanted to, that are in alignment with your highest self, Spirit is saying they're bringing them to you. You're a magnet. You're a magnet for these miracles that Spirit brings forward. Because again, we're not doing this alone. We're doing this with the United Collective. We're doing this with our spiritual team. We're part of one big, giant community, right? So whatever we need, we ask for. We ask Spirit. We speak to Spirit. We pray. We give thanks. This is who we go to. And when we have, I'm just thinking about even on Facebook, social media can be a very difficult place, but it can also be a very healing and helpful place. If somebody is going through something, family, soul family, I could use some prayers. Everybody sends prayers up, right? We're all right there to lean in for each other. So when we are also thinking of others, this song right now, I'm going under and I feel like there's no one here to save me. Well, you're wrong. There's a united collective. All you have to do is send the call out, right? Be grateful. Be grateful for what you have and whatever you need. I need somebody to hear, somebody to know, somebody to have, somebody to hold. I said that this morning. I am missing my partner. I want my playmate. I want my team. I want my lover. I want my best friend. I want somebody to be with. I want that. And then I changed that and I started saying, I deserve that. I deserve a loving, spiritual, strong partner, my best friend who wants to build with me, who wants to learn, who wants to serve. I deserve all of it, and I accept it all gratefully. I'm grateful for what I have, and I know that's coming to me because I am worthy of it and I'm deserving, says the solar plexus, which was the yellow that showed up at the beat. Correct for neutrality on all levels. So I'm not saying, you know, we don't feel that way. We don't feel sad. We don't feel down. Like this person's struggling. I was feeling that way today as myself. It's not easy for me. I live in this house alone, right? I mean, there's the landlord, but I don't have a partner with me. So I am practicing what I'm preaching. When I'm feeling down, when I'm feeling low, I start affirming. So right now, Spirit says, I let go of all negativity that resists or rests in my body and mind. I let go, I release, I surrender. I realize that stress is only fear, and I now release all fears. I walked around this morning saying, I take all my power back and I give you all your power back. I bless you and I release you. That's what I said. And I said it to one after another person in my life that was causing an issue or that I felt sadness connected to. I take back all of my power. I give you back all of yours. I bless you and I release you. Right? I realize that stress is only fear and I release all fears. I let go. I surrender all negativity that rests in my body and in my mind. I let go. You're not here to get me through it all. Spirit's always here. For those who chose the desert rose, who's playing basketball in my property? My landlord. Okay, this never happens. We're gonna stop this reading for just a second because this never happens. Hey! I'm doing a reading right now, and I just said, who's playing basketball on my property? And I looked down, and I saw him. I didn't see you. And I said, if he's playing basketball, I need to record this because this never happens.
Oh, well.
Did you shoot a ball?
My back's kind of hurting, so I'm not really able to. I'm just kind of...
You're down on a play court where you should be. I was just saying how you should be out enjoying your beautiful property.
Well, you know, one thing about just doing this, you get exercising, it's fun.
Well, you should be doing it. I've never seen that in all the time I've known you. Not once.
I can't even get the backboard.
I didn't even know that fence was behind the basketball court. I mean, I never saw that. Hi, Mr. Avocado. Mr. Hey, that works. I love pomegranates. The sacred fruit.
I have some crazy ones, I think, with me.
Oh, yeah. Well, we'll take them.
Over the weekend from Lake Matthews.
Okay, that was important for you to see. He is never, I've known him for almost 4 years and I've never seen him play. Not once. That's a huge message. That was amazing. Okay, for the desert. For the desert rose, the lapis lazuli, the soulmate, is the hawk spirit. And how sad is it that it was upside down? I am the hawk. So let's find out. The hawk is the messenger, right? The hawk is, keep your eyes on the big picture. The number is 32. I didn't speak about the first number for the first message. I'm not sure why, but the hawk spirit, 3 and 2. 3 is that there are ascended masters all around you. You're completely guided, protected, and loved. And it's generally ascended master that you're most familiar with. Could be a family member. Like I said when I began this, the one that was working with me today, most prominently was Archangel Metatron. And 3 and 2 together is 5, which means there's a significant change taking place in your life at this moment. It's always for the better, but good idea to call upon Spirit for help with those changes. Yesterday, as I was driving all around town, I kept seeing that I saw one red hawk. Most of them were females that I saw, and the others were harrier hawks. And I saw little falcons. So this hawk has been present for me, very, very loud in the last few days. So it came out in reverse. So in reverse, are you noticing the red flags? You're noticing the red flags. I chose this, right? So I'm looking at them. Oh, they're pretty. Look at those pretty red flags. No, that's not what it is. Spirit's saying, no, you need to stop and listen to what Spirit's telling you. You need to observe whatever patterns are happening and don't let go or don't ignore what your intuition is telling you. Your intuition is saying something, you need to pay attention. If you're seeing a pattern, which is what I was seeing, keep doing the same thing again and again, expect a different result. You're pushing until you get to the place where, do you see my landlord? He's got a back brace on because he doesn't stop until he snaps, right? My message too. So right now, if the messages that you're getting, that you're having, you need to not dismiss them, even if you can't see, how do I explain this? Spirit's giving you a message or a sign, right? But you don't see it in the physical world. You don't dismiss it. You need to pay attention to what your intuition is telling you. We listen to our intuition, our inner knowing, our inner sight, our sacred sight, right? A lot of times we get that way ahead of time before it's manifested in the physical. So sometimes we want to see certain things. We want to see them because we want to hear what we want to hear, or we will interpret it the way we want it to be. But in all reality, it is the way it is, right? We can't project things to be a certain way when they aren't that way. So Spirit says, if you pay attention to what it is that you want and what it is that you're doing, but you also pay attention to what actually is happening, you're going to get yourself in alignment with your highest self, and you're not going to allow yourself to be hurt. Because if you move headlong towards something you want, but it isn't aligned with your highest good, you're going to hurt yourself. So listen and follow the signs that Spirit brings, and then check your motives. What are your motives for what you want, and what you're hearing and what you're doing? Are you picking and choosing what you're wanting to hear in the messages? Okay, I don't want to hear that right now. That's not what I'm asking. I want to hear this. Well, Spirit's saying, no, you need to hear this. Because at present, this hawk was not flying upright. This hawk is flying upside down. They're not going to be seeing things in the right way, right? If this hawk was flying in the correct, and actually what I watched was the hawks weren't flying. None of them. They were all sitting on light posts, but they weren't sitting on top of the light. They were sitting on the branch towards the light. They weren't exactly where they were supposed to be. The hawk talks about seeing the bigger picture, right? Pay close attention to the messages that come in every different way from many different sources. Also, if you keep hearing the same song, what is it saying to you? If you keep hearing somebody repeat the same story, what is it? There's something that you need to hear. Spirit is bringing a message to you. There's a certain message that comes to what you've been thinking about. What do you see on license plates? What numbers are you seeing? What animal messengers showed up? I told you, I saw instantly the first thing when I looked in the sky, I saw the stingray. There's a reason I saw what I saw, right? Now, you may not have seen stingray. You may have seen something else. Whatever that is, don't dismiss what you're picking up intuitively. Even if what you're getting isn't supported by what somebody else is telling you. If you're getting something, you pay attention to it, because you're not, apparently. And I chose this, right? So I was the one that was moving along headlong into something when, in reality, I needed to stop and smell the roses. I like to see them out there having fun. I can't believe I've never seen. No one's ever played basketball on that court. Correct for neutrality on all levels. What is the... Whoops, there it is. It came out right away. The dove. The dove. Feel and allow deeper sense of peace to fill you now. This is a divine quality. The dove is taking a breath. I'm watching something across the hill. It's absolutely hysterical. You can't see it now because it's already passed. But apparently there's a driveway behind a house there that I couldn't see until that giant truck went up it. And it's a Federal Express truck. And the driveway looked like this. I never even saw the driveway. I just saw a fence. So there's a driveway that goes up. And the car came up behind it just now, and I barely just saw the very top of the car. But I saw the Federal Express truck. It was big, going up the top of the mountain, right? I wonder if you guys could see it. It's backing down right now. It already went past. But you see that orange house? Where's my finger? I need to have my pointer out here. Hold on. Help keep you safe. There we go. Okay. That house right there, that orange house. There's a fence right there. And that's where I saw that Federal Express truck. So what I was getting was, in my message right now, was taking a breath, pausing,